Welcome back, everybody, to the Sonic Adventure 2 Battle Playthrough. This is part 11, and we are 5 minutes away from the arc shooting laser countdown. Who's this guy?
Never cease to surprise me, Blue Hedgehog. I thought that capsule you were in exploded in space.
You know what can I say?
So it's almost as though we've seen this cutscene as well, and of course, yeah, so just like with the other Dark Side cutscene, this one omitted the explanation of how Sonic survived, which was, you know, a good thing. Because, of course, like I said, if you do end up playing this Dark Side story first, you would, of course, then, you know, have that spoiled, I suppose, without having to actually find out what happened from the Hero Side story. So that was pretty cool. You know, it was like an incentive to, you know, if you want to find out what happened, do the Hero Side story, alright?
Alright, Shadow. Time for me to finish this.
Ugh. This battle again. So, this battle is, of course, no different from Sonic's battle with Shadow on this endless looping pathway platform. I don't even know. So, I think the trick here with, like, any of the character boss battles is that when you attack them with one attack, you can't actually do that ever again. At least that's my experience from what has happened here. So of course, you know, I use like the spin dash to hit him, and then, you know, and there's the light dash, and then there's the homing attack, and then I suppose there's like, you know, you can roll under him. I don't even know if that's possible. Okay, never mind. I did the spin dash twice, so I was wrong. But I believe that at the very most is what you can do is hit him 2 times with the same thing. So I did actually have that happen to me, where it's like, yeah, no. Every time I would try to spin dash attack him, he would just jump over it perfectly. Trying to get him with the homing attack, you know, trying different stuff here. There we go. So of course there's like, you have to hit him 5 times. So, you know, there's 5 different things you have to come up with. So we got 2 spin dashes, 1 homing attack, 1 light dash. I don't even know how that happened. 1 light dash whenever that happens. And as I realized too late, well, not too late, but still, later than it really should have dawned on me, is that, of course, when you do these ridiculous character boss battles, they have super special attacks. So the 5th hit, if you want to do it the way I'm doing, is, of course, to wait until Sonic decides to use his super special attack. Then you hit him. Not sure if light dashing through will hit him again either. I didn't actually get the chance here. Yeah, especially because of nonsense like that happening. But I was definitely trying. That was pretty much what I was trying to go for, was the light dashing through. I swear I hit him there, but maybe I did. Like, you know, it would have hit him, and then, you know, he just dodged it. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, I got a 1-up. Exactly what I'm talking about. If you try to spin dash again, he will just, you know, dodge that. And here it comes, I believe. He just has to get further enough ahead of you. And then there we go.
I failed.
I lost all my rings, but yeah, I guess you are the ultimate, Shadow. I guess you are. So I lost all my rings there at the very end, but hey, I got it done. Finally. Alright, I did speed that up the first. 40 seconds! Wow, we're down to the wire here. I sped that up the first time, but whatever.
Now begins the glorious era of the Empire of Eggman.
Love how he literally throws the last Chaos Emerald into place. It's interesting. Now sit back and watch your handiwork. And of course, no evil take over the world scheme would be complete without some kind of little snafu. Don't know what it is, and of course I did cut, there was the credits, of course, here at the, that was the end of the Dark Side story. Cut them out, saving it for the end of the playthrough. And, yeah, now we go on to another of those little trailery things, this time for the last story. You know, it did have, in the credits, a CGI director. Did an amazing job, but whoever directed this should have been fired.
The ultimate life form.
Chaos control.
Space desperation.
Supersonic.
Collision.
Untamed power. Chaos.
Professor Gerald, the truth about 50 years ago.
Sonic Adventure 2. Last episode. Wishes are eternal.
So all I got out of that was, hey, let's have every character in the game talk about something completely random all at the same exact time. That was just really, really weird and just not enjoyable. Now, I'm finally going to, if I can actually get this, yeah, I kind of, then I realized that, no, I'm not going to figure out where it actually is. So we're going to the stage select. Like I did mention, there was an upgrade, a pretty essential one that I didn't actually end up getting for Knuckles. So once we actually find the aquatic sewer, we can go back in there and find it. Here it is. So this upgrade was actually shockingly easy to find. The only thing, I believe the only reason I didn't find it was because it was kind of out of the way. Like, there was no actual emerald pieces, you know, that led toward it or were in its general area, so I just completely forgot about it. So, first of all, we gotta knock the water level down to 3, then we go down here, I go down here again, and then we start swimming. Now, this entire part, shockingly, is all underwater, and knocking it down to 3 makes it easier because it gives you just that little bit extra amount of air time. But no matter what you do, you will certainly, as you're getting close to it, you will certainly start running out of air. And it pretty much precedes the upgrade that you're about to get, because, you know, here you are drowning and stuff, and then you come out and you get an upgrade that stops that from happening. Alright. So there we go. That's finally done and got, and now we're cleared with the mission. I actually got an A this time around. Yes, shockingly. I just decided to complete it because I didn't know if you had to actually complete the entire level for the upgrade collection account, or if you could just start, you know, and just exit. But I decided to just finish the level out. And now we're on to the last story.
What's going on?
Wasn't that monitor in a different place?
Fire?
Yeah.
What's happening here?
God, my eyes. Okay. That was good. Thanks for that. Is that really necessary?
It's my grandfather, Gerald Robotnik.
Just a little side note here. As you see, Gerald Robotnik is chained to this chair here.
What's that vibration?
Hey, wait. Someone is coming.
God, that was pretty amazing. There was like no sound effect for her appearing, but like Sonic just knew.
It's all over for us.
What do you mean?
Look at the oxygen tank upgrade for Knuckles. The air necklace, I mean.
Is currently approaching the Earth at an incredible velocity.
Wow.
It probably will impact Earth.
What was that? Oh!
What's that on the screen?
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought she just kind of just randomly just went like, oh! So like I was saying, as you can see, he's clearly chained to this. And you can see that he's in that jail cell that Sonic was in earlier in the Hero Side story. Just a little side note, this was actually before he was set to be, well, shot to death by a shooting gallery. Just thought everybody should know that. So as Rouge explained, the Ark is, well, pretty much right outside of Earth's atmosphere. I don't even understand how they managed to have this much amount of time to live, but they do.
The 7 Chaos Emeralds are collected. Once I initiate this program, it cannot be disabled. All of you ungrateful humans who took everything away from me will feel my loss and despair.
Is there anything else you want to say?
No.
Ready!
What's going on here? Who is that?
I plan to give you a taste of my revenge.
The vibration's getting
once all
worse.
this- Professor Gerald Robotnik, one of the greatest scientific minds in the world, and my grandfather.
Yeah, gotta throw that in there.
I knew you were behind all this. Stop it right now, or else...
I'd have done this a long time ago if I had the chance.
What do you mean?
You're pretty persistent for a hedgehog, aren't you? You're still alive, huh?
Just letting Knuckles pilot the shuttle on the way over here was more dangerous than you could ever be.
What's this?
Got him.
This is my grandfather's diary.
Oh yeah, so why did they think that this was a good idea to let Rouge read this? Also, her
I don't
wings are
quite
clipping through her
know
ears.
What happened or what went wrong? Was it a mistake to create the ultimate life form? I thought
It
would
just
be
sounds
something that
terrible.
would
It
benefit
sounds just like she's
mankind.
reading off a
But
paper,
then
and it
the
just doesn't
military
sound
dogs landed
okay.
on the colony that day. They were sent to destroy the research project that I had been working on. My colleagues at the research facility, my granddaughter, Maria, I hope you are all safe.
Right, I like how the text is just kind of floating.
Probably to keep the prototype from falling into the wrong hands.
Into the wrong hands. The Ark was shut down under the premise that there had been an accident. I found Maria's name among those who died when the Ark was shut down. She meant everything to me, and I couldn't bear the thought that she died because of my research. I lost everything. I had nothing more to live for. I went insane. All I could think about was to avenge her. Somehow.
Where'd everyone go?
Some way. I got scared as I no longer was able to control my thoughts. All I could think about was that I wanted it all to Based on my original projections, I was able to complete my project, Shadow. I designed its mind to be perfect, pure. I will leave everything to him. If you wish, release and awaken it
If
to
you
the
wish to
world.
fill the world with destruction,
Good egg-shaped world.
so that's why you released Shadow from the base.
Core of the Eclipse cannon is now highly reactive and explosive. This is because the energy in the Chaos Emeralds is overpowered. If the colony collides with Earth, it will shatter into pieces like my grandfather predicted. That mad scientist.
That should be
I love
true,
that
right?
mad
Stop calling me
scientist.
now.
Well, Tails, stop sucking your thumb for one
Precision
thing.
may have shifted due to the amount of energy given off by the emeralds. We have to stop the energy.
I wonder what does that.
How?
Boy, a genius like Tails can't
There's a
figure
way
this
to
out.
stop the
Better ask
energy.
Rouge.
You have to use your emerald. You're the one that told me that the Master Emerald has the power to stop the Chaos Emerald.
This is what I don't understand. Look at how
use this.
small
I
the
just might be
Master
able to
Emerald
stop
is.
the
It looks like the
Chaos
size of a
Emerald.
Chaos Emerald.
The reaction of the Chaos Emeralds is moving toward the cannon's core. It may be too late.
That's the thing that I just don't understand. Like, the Master Emerald size just, like, goes up and down whenever, you know, it's necessary.
To the core.
Silly. Alright, so we're looking at maps here, very complicated ones. Oh, okay, well, we gotta go through here, duck around this corner, and go down there, and we're there. Also, I love this last line that Eggman
Just
says.
leave it to me. I'm the world's fastest hedgehog.
Then, let's get to work.
Sonic's like, okay. Eggman. Let's get to work. That was the best.
System alert.
Alright.
Intruder has breached the
So, pretty much the first of the first of three stages for the cannon's core of the last story. This is great. Okay. So I remember being able to walk up to that guy and bash him in the face with a boxing glove and kill him, but unfortunately not this time. So the thing about all of these levels, as you'll see, is that you can stop time. Now, when I say all of these levels, this is basically the cannon's core. Okay, whoops. The cannon's core is basically just one giant level where you go through it with 5 of the 6 characters. Everybody except for Shadow, pretty much. Who is, well, unfortunately at the moment, moping and being emo. Which is, well, that's not okay. Not okay when the fate of the world is at stake here, Shadow. You don't need to be crying about it. Alright, so managed to make up for that screw up there. That was very scary. I was like, uh-oh, missed my ride. And unfortunately, amazingly, that kind of gave me a little bit of practice for that actual part right there. Okay, that's not good. There we go. Urgh, I hate those guys. Darn you, Huggies. Stop it. So amazingly, freezing time pretty much just stops everything. You know, all sorts of obstacles and enemies and deadly lasers. But it does not stop the doors from managing to open themselves, which I don't understand that at all. Okay, thanks. Alright, so then basically as you're getting to the end of the rooms with the first two characters, of course, they're going to be the robot walker guys. Might as well just get those two out of the way because they're the least interesting. They're going to have to shoot the door as you get to the end. So this is, you know, I like this idea. You know, this was an idea that I believe was not done before. I mean, I think it might have been done in Sonic Adventure 1. I'm not too sure. Oh, hello. But basically the idea of everybody working together, you know, including, you know, the good guys and the bad guys, pretty much. All right. So Eggman, the genius mad scientist he is, well, he pretty much knows exactly what he needs to be doing. And that is, of course, for his area, destroying all of the enemies in order to move on. Well, except for, you know, crazy up and down rail shooting parts like this. Still. So, expectedly, with all 5 characters having to be... stop it. No, I don't like this at all. Stop. Oh my god, this is why I hate these guys so much. Expectedly, this level is very long. It's, you know, depending on how much you know about the level itself, it can take a very long time. It could easily be the longest level in the game. But of course, that's dependent on, you know, people's actual experience level with this game. As for me, you know, I don't believe it was actually the longest level in this playthrough. Especially not because of the fact, if you notice, when time freezes, it also freezes the clock. And I made a very unfortunate mess up here. Oops. Well, right into the ceiling. I don't know who Eggman's gonna make pay for that. That was pretty much just me screwing up. Unless he's talking to me, which that would be unfortunate. Trying to wait. Like this level, or this part of the level is really confusing. With all these cubes moving up and down and stuff. There we go. Now we're out of here. Okay. I really don't like that part at all. Just gonna go ahead and admit that. You know, we're just gonna be real honest here for a sec. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I'd like to keep time frozen, you know, just in case there's deadly enemies along the way. This part is very evil. Look at that. God, it's like, okay, here I go, jumping over here, and then, yep, falls away. And then there's lasers all over the place. I would have definitely accepted going through the door up there instead of all of this, but, oh, that's good. Can't really, beggars can't be choosers here. Although, I don't know what I'm begging for, you know? An easy end to this level? That'd be nice. I didn't even think I'd bother with that balloon. I was just like, yeah, you know what? Get me out of here, please.
Somewhere in this room.
Wow. Hales, what a smarty pants he is. It would have been great if, like, Eggman was just completely calling the shots here. Although, to be honest, for the rest of the characters, when Eggman's not actually doing stuff, it is him who is talking to the others. So, he pretty much is the one in charge here. Which I really like. I would have expected that. Because, you know, he's pretty much, you know, to coin a phrase, you know, he's the oldest and wisest one. You know, it's kind of weird to think that of Eggman, but yeah, it makes the most sense. You would expect that he would be the smartest one. Alrighty then. So this part now, we're moving on to Rouge and then Knuckles. This part was actually not that confusing. I remember this part pretty well. This one was not too bad. Unfortunately, and you know, I'll just go ahead and get this out of the way now, the Knuckles part was way worse. I did not like doing Knuckles part of this stage at all. But unfortunately I had to, in order to complete this and finish the game. And by association, the playthrough. So, there you go. Now this part I was just kind of trying to remember a little bit what I had to do. And of course we had to make this waterfall stop. Get in my way. And, oh, okay, that's not good. make the waterfall stop, and then go through here, because the waterfall will indeed stop you from moving anywhere. Oh! They're gonna hit me. I don't like that. Alright, I think I could have, probably should. Yeah, I think if I would have broken those boxes, there would have just been nothing but animals in there.
Throw the switch and drain the liquid.
Throw the switch. I think you mean press the switch, Eggman. God, I thought you were supposed to be the smart one. Alright then, so yeah, like I said, Rouge's part of the level is not nearly as irritating as Knuckles' is. Knuckles' is way worse. And like I said, oh yeah, I forgot that it did, yeah. Like I said, the waterfall does stop you from moving, and that really bothered me. It was like, why do I have to wait for, I mean, why do I have to stop time in order to get back out through the waterfall, as opposed to, you know, getting in there? That's just, whatever.
Energy core save program terminated. Self-repair program initializing.
Alright, well, you know, go ahead and do that. And, what is Rouge doing? I don't even, she's just kind of dancing there. And, well, now we move on to Knuckles' part. So like I said, the air necklace, it's not actually 100% necessary, but it does make this part of the level very easy. Well, easier, sorry. There are some air bubbles along the way that, of course, will, you know, give you air. But, oh, that's not good. Ow. Hate these guys so much. But yeah, not having to worry about breathing underwater is definitely a good thing. Gotta try that again, which is unfortunate. You have to be really fast for this specific part. You have to be really fast for pretty much all of the parts of Knuckles' part of this level, which really is not even okay. I'm sorry. Knuckles is not as fast as Sonic. Some people like to wish he is, but he's not. And then, you know, actually speaking of that, that is something that's always bothered me. Why, I remember when, you know, Tails first came out in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And it was shown that he's clearly able to run as fast as Sonic in that, and like, you know, Sonic the Hedgehog 3. But then, like, every other game after that, he's shown to not be nearly as fast as Sonic, or at the very least, he has to use the momentum from his tails to be able to run, you know, like, almost as fast as him. And that, you know, that made me think, you know, what other characters are as fast as Sonic? Well, there's Shadow. Definitely not Silver. He's unbelievably slow. But Blaze is the only one of the group that comes anywhere close. Which is, you know, whatever. You know, there might as well just be at least, you know, 2. At the most, I'm sorry, at the most 2. At least one, you know, fastest character in the game. So that is, okay, there we go. Yeah, this part's ridiculous. Now, this is the annoying part. This, you have to go through these certain areas where there's rushes of water, and you have to time stop them, and... oh, here you go. Hey, got through it. And if you don't get through there fast enough, you will get pushed back all the way to the start, and you have to start over again. That's why, you know, you have to be fast in Knuckles as part of the stage, and why it's so annoying. Alright. And so we're almost... oh, no, never mind. We are done. Yay! So now we move on to the final character of the stage. It's Amy. No, I'm kidding. It's Sonic. That would have been pretty awesome. Okay, hello. Alrighty then. So, of course, Sonic has to do the standard Sonic-y stuff for his part of the level. Aside from, you know, homing attacks and bouncing around. Well, killing... if I could actually hit this guy and not have him make my ears bleed with all the explosions that are happening. Whee! But yeah, that would have been great, you know? Hey, finally, Amy gets her chance to shine. Alright, yeah, that was like the only time that I actually needed Omochao to help me. Because I didn't know whether or not that was someplace I needed to go, or if that was, you know, certain death. Oh, also, these white-ish beetles that I did. Well, I just killed them. Hey, got him again. I know I've been calling them white this whole time. They look like it, at least to me. But they are gold beetles, at least. Well, that's what their names are, so I'm gonna go with the names. Alright, well, that was just silly. Yeah, I really did not realize that, well, you don't even really need to stop time to get over this part. You just need to bounce, and then, here we go. Alright. And whoop, under the gap there, yes, of course. And really not liking the top side grinding thing. You know, it's not nearly as cool as the foot grinding. And yeah, that's certain doom. You want to watch out for that. That made me very mad. I was like, okay, yeah. It would have been nice to have known this beforehand. But, you know, I'm pretty sure I did mention this before. It's been a while since I played this game, so. Number of things I really didn't remember. You know, obviously one part of it being, you know, the instant death part there in this level. And another thing being the air necklace, which I completely forgot about. That was unfortunate. It was funny because it took me ages to remember where that air necklace was. I just completely forgot where it was. I thought it was in like a specific spot, and I kept searching around over there, and then, well, what do you know, it wasn't there. And then it just took me way too long to find that thing. Oh, well. Okay, now we're going to get over this part. There we go. Okay, now comes the final part of this level. This is just really ridiculous. You go super fast in this part. This is kind of like the ending of Metal Harbor, but it's not nearly as, the controls aren't nearly as finicky, but it's a lot faster. I mean, look at this. God. You can collect some extra rings. Oh my god. But yeah, you have to be in the middle of that part in order to hit the goal ring at the end. Otherwise, you will die literally at the end of the stage. That's unfortunate.
Barely made it.
I did hear that in order to get A ranks, you have to kill all the gold beetles from each of the areas or whatever, or you won't get an E. Like, it's an automatic fail if you miss any of them. That's just what I heard. So anyway, that's it for this part of the Sonic Adventure 2 battle playthrough. Join me in part 12, which will actually be, I know it's shocking, the final part of this playthrough. I will see you all next time.